Alright, guys, let's watch this and talk about it after.
I still cannot believe you went to work even after what the doctor said.
So did you.
But I'm not the one who's too stressed to get pregnant.
That's not fair. That is really unfair. I have spent 7 long years working my way up strategically towards becoming partner. And now I'm this close. I can't sacrifice or throw it away for...
For what, your family? Your own family? Our family?
Don't do that. It's not like that. I have a responsibility to my family too. My sister is still in school.
Is the family you come from more important than our family? The family we are trying to build? You have done enough for them already.
It's not like that. It's not just like that. Just think about how proud my father would be if I'm able to make partner. All that training, not in vain.
The food was really good, delicious. I loved it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Isi.
Thank you.
Welcome. Sister, about what I wanted to tell you.
What about it?
One of my friends back there in school actually wants to launch a fashion brand.
Fantastic. He wants to launch his own fashion brand. That's great. I mean, it's really beautiful to see young people thriving despite everything happening in the country. I'm proud of him, telling me he has a fan in me.
Thank you. So, sister, he's doing a photo shoot tomorrow and he wants me to model some of his clothes. Sis?
Cool. Yeah. That's really, really cool. Sorry.
Listen, what are you doing?
Let me relieve you of your stress, okay?
Listen, no. Listen, hey. Oh, it's this is not...
No, just once. Please.
No, this is not right. This is...
Oh, sister, do you need anything?
No. But I want to ask you some questions.
Okay, what questions?
Don't worry about that one yet. Before that, you'll go in there and do something. Go in there, pee on this, and bring it back out to me.
What's this, sister?
My friend, will you stop asking me stupid questions? Go and do what I asked you to do.
Okay.
Now! I'm not surprised with the way you've been adding weight. You're pregnant. Are you deaf? I said, who touched you? So you mean that with everything that I have been trying to protect you from, you still found a way to spread these legs? It's your mom!
Alright guys, so let's talk about this one, hopeless romance. And this really boils down to something that we've talked about in the past, which is, ladies between wanting to get married and actually being ready to be a wife. Societal pressure has kind of made a lot of ladies, girls, feel like they should be married at a certain age. Quite frankly, if you really look back at it, you'll see that maybe they are more married at 20 or 21. At that point in time, you're gonna have the mothers that will now start, choking their child, their daughter a little bit. Where's your husband? Are you doing the right things to get a husband? Put that low pressure on them. So maybe by the age 21, they've already started receiving this pressure from their mother, and bam, all of a sudden their mind starts getting towards finding a husband or getting married. But the truth is, as much as they might want to get married, in some cases they are not really ready to be a wife. Now this kind of plays out almost the same way. She wanted to get married, but she wasn't ready to start a family. So she still had a mindset on her career, getting to this position, partner position, and of course she didn't want to have children because she saw it as a distraction. Now, fair enough, but the bottom line is that if this were to be your plan, this is something that you should have communicated with your husband or husband to be at that time. Before you guys got married. Look, honey, I want to really marry you, but I really need like 5 years to pursue this my career, get to where I want to be before I start having children. Because if you don't have that conversation, anybody that's getting married, especially men, would expect that you are also, in the know that, the next thing will be pregnancy or, children. So if that's not the original plan or that's not the plan that you have in mind as a woman, it's definitely a good idea that you bring it up to him before you guys tie the knot. Now, why is this important? Because as much as everybody wants to get married, the truth is that marriage as it is tough. Even when all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, it's still hard because there's issues on both sides. These are two people that totally don't know each other, came together from nowhere, and they're trying to make their lives work together. Issues are bound to come out. So what you don't want is a scenario where you actually have to start dealing with issues that could have been squashed if it was talked about at the beginning. Now, in this scenario, as you can see, she didn't want to get married for her own reasons, and I wouldn't fault anybody for wanting to pursue their career, I wouldn't fault anybody. But if that's what you want to do and you don't want to, tie the knots, just bring that up. Let him know. So at least when he's going in, he'll know what he's going into. And if you set a particular time, when it gets to that time, you have to be open. Because if they decide to work with you because you say 2 years or because you said, no children for the first 2 years, after that 2 years, you can't keep throwing, extensions just because you can. Because you see, at this time, he can't say back out or not back out. That wouldn't be an option that's not available to him like it was at the beginning when he could have just said, I'm not marrying, that's okay, just pursue your career, let's see where we are in 2 years and, yali, yali, yali. So you got to stick to those dates. And I think that if you're not ready, you should just own up to not being ready. And save everybody the stress and the trauma of going back and forth. The thing about men is that, everybody knows what they want when they start the relationship. Before a man comes to propose, he's ready for a family. There's almost no man, maybe let's just say 99%, 99.9% of men that would propose to you without the intentions of starting a family. If they don't want to start a family, they're not even going to ask you to marry them. So once they make that proposal, definitely, they're interested in a family. And that family involves starting to have kids. In most cases, the men that's marrying the ladies are usually older, So as much as the woman might think she still has a year or two, the man might not really want to be, in that same scenario. So, be able to put yourself in the right place, marriage or family. Are you ready for that family? And if you are, please, by all means, congratulations. Let's move on. But if you're not, you have to bring that up and let him know, let him know, and then let him make that decision if he wants to continue or not, or if he wants to just hold off till you are ready. And, by that time, if not, things still, you guys are still together, then it is what it is. But try your possible best to be honest and open about these things from the onset. There's one other thing that we need to really address with this, and that's the fact that, when you get into a marriage contract, and I call it contract, but let's just say marriage, there's that expectations that are there for everybody. And when it comes to not being ready to have children, it's very easy for it to kind of break the marriage up. So, while you are pursuing your career, it's very, very possible to mix two of them. let's just say take a year off and have the child, or take 3 months off after you have the child, or whatever it is that you have to do to make it work. But it's doable. People don't quit their jobs when they get pregnant. They keep working, and then when it gets to time for childbirth, they'll take a few months off and then jump right back in. And that's normal. Even the laws have made provision for maternity leaves, here or there, just to accommodate this part of women in the family. So just be open, be honest, and you guys should squash this out. And that's what I feel like we should take away from this particular movie. If you're ready to be a family woman, a wife, then good. If you're not, let him know. Let him know that you just want to be married, and that's about it. You're not ready for any other thing yet, especially childbearing, because that messes up dynamics of things real quick. Before you know it, his eyes is outside for whoever else that's gonna do the same thing. So that's about it for this one. If you guys love this kind of content, please like, share, follow, subscribe. This is CJ from Mcnnadi Studios, and I'm here to